Welcome to Crappens. Don't wait a week for a new video. Join our Patreon at the Crappens On Demand level for instant recap access. Link in description. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens, a podcast about all that crap on Bravo that we just love to talk about. I'm Ben Mandelker, and joining me today is someone who has not left the group chat. It's Mr. Ronnie Karam. Hi, Ronnie.
And if I did, you deserved it for not even checking on me.
Like, if I leave the group chat, the first thing you should do is check on me to find out why I love the group chat. We, of course, are talking about The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, episode 5 today. Super funny, super entertaining. Real quickly, be sure to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/watchforcrappens. Get access to our bonus episodes, Crappens on Demand, where you can watch videos of us doing the podcast and all sorts of other great stuff. There's like a chat in there that people are taking part of. It's really fun. So go do that. And without any further ado, let's just dive in here into episode 5, which opens up at Macy's house, and she's putting her baby to bed, and she's walking out the nursery with Jacob, her husband. And she's like, oh my God, I have to tell you all the tea that happened this weekend. And he's like, all right, I'll get my popcorn.
Her husband is so cute. I love her husband. I love a lot of the husband's looks on here. I just would like
a lot of them look the same to me, to be honest. Although, you know what was surprising to me? We later, we've heard that Demi's husband used to be married to Angie Harrington. And I was like, that seems so strange because everyone on this show is like 25, but he's actually 46, and that shocked me. He does not look 46 at all.
Well, they've got that sweet Botox there, but yeah, in some interviews she said they met when she was 10 because him and Angie were friends with her parents. Creepy. Sorry, wow. That's creepy. So then anyway, yeah, they do all look kind of the same, the husbands, but they're like cookie cutters, and I love cookies, so I'm in.
I'll tell you who does not look the same is Connor, Whitney's husband, who looks different in every single scene of the show.
Literally witness protection. I don't even know what this guy's hiding from, but it is funny that he looks different every single time. So then we're cutting around, seeing everybody gossip. It's like a housewife show. It's like, oh my God, what's everybody gossiping about? So we go to Michaela's house, and she's with her husband, Jace, and their kid. And Jace is like, how's your trip? She's like, oh my God, so tired, so much drama. Who do you think started that? And then we go to Whitney's, and Whitney's like, it sucked.
Yeah, Whitney is blowing up a million balloons for no good reason, and she's talking to her mom, and she's like, yeah, it was awful. And her mom's like, well, the pictures look good. There were no vibrators, so I appreciated that.
And she's like, well, don't believe everything you see on social media, I guess. Honey, come take pictures of this balloon for our happy marriage post.
And then we're seeing like all these flashbacks and everything from like the fight, all the fights, etc. From the group trip. And then Whitney is like, it was just a shit show. And then Jen is like, Zach, a lot of hurtful things were said and a lot of hurtful things were brought up, like the fact that my garments were missing. Oh my God, it was wild.
Babe, I mean, I'm only telling you this as a Mormon because it's Mormon-y things to talk about. Okay, Mormon. What would Joseph Smith do? So then we go to Taylor and Dakota walking through the park, and Dakota's like, did it change your relationship with them? Like, what's going on with them? Like, what's going on? Did it change anything? And she's like, well, it did make me question a couple of things. Doodle-doo.
Then we go to Demi's house with her mom, who looks like she's about 2 years older than her. And Demi's like, it turned into an absolute bloodbath. Like, everyone's attacking me, like coming at me, like, you said this about this person and da 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 da, which is like her thing to go and da 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 da.
So then back to Whitney and her mom. She's like, and Demi comes up and just starts attacking out of freaking nowhere. She goes, oh yeah, honey, that is not your friend. Okay. Listen, I get that moms want to stick up for their kids, but moms also need to spank their kids. And you need to know when is the right time to stick up for them and defend them, and when is the time to say, listen, you're a little bitch, and we need to change that. Okay? Being a little bitch right now.
Well, maybe this is the Lord's way of saying, since you promoted a vibrator on your platform, that you're going to get some bad stuff coming to you. This is the devil's work.
This is your phony penis karma.
So Whitney's like, no shit, she's not my friend. And she goes like, in fact, are any of those girls your friends? No fucking shit. She's like, okay, honey. She's like, stop swearing.
Yeah, Whitney's really big on the F word in the next couple of episodes. She's just like, fucking what? I don't fucking care about fucking her fucking. Like, wow, you're
But she's
really,
really devout. She's a really devout Mormon. But yeah.
yeah. Doing that with like the puffy sleeves really swings that one home, hits that one home. So then we go back to Taylor and Dakota, and Taylor's like, I don't even like, what do I even do with people? Like, we get people back together and then we hear they're talking behind my back. Like, do I even want to hang out with those girls? I mean, I guess you're my only friend. And he's like, you're my only friend too.
My plan has worked. I've
Yeah,
isolated you from all your friends.
Yeah. He's
So
like,
then Demi's
yeah, it was on my
Demi's
goal
like,
list. So we've achieved it.
Demi's like, it was just like the icing on the cake, mother. I was like, she found out and da 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 da. So then she's like, after the girls' trip, mom talk is very fractured at the moment. And I don't think anyone knows where we stand. I mean, did mom talk ever stand for anything in the first place? No. But now we stand for even less. So I don't even know how we fix things.
How are we going to fix mom talk? So then we cut to Whitney talking to her mom, and her mom's like, you need to decide how to move forward. And Whitney's just like, fuck.
Fuck me with a vibrator. Am I right? Okay, honey. Like, not in front of your sister.
Hashtag wit. Honey, are you trying to sell your vibrator during a conversation with me? Just hashtag motherfucker.
So then now we go to
picked up that this is Toxic, the theme song. Na na na. Did I say that already? Because I feel like we're just trying to figure out what it is. It's clearly Toxic.
I always feel like it's just like it's that's true. It does have toxic elements. Or elements of the song Toxic and toxic elements. But I always feel like it's just an off-brand Unholy by Sam Smith. But it could be all of the above, really.
Yeah.
Who knows? Speaking of Unholy, we go to Swig, which is one of these famous Utah soda shops that I've always heard about, but never actually seen in the wild. Except I did see one girl on TikTok make some horrific soda combinations that made me want to barf. So Layla, Jesse, and Demi pull up, and they're like, front row parking. And it's just, they just have to get wins wherever they can, I guess.
Yeah.
Front row parking at Swig.
And they're like, we're crazy. What are we like going to Swig together at like 3 p.m.? Seriously? It's like, well, it's 3 p.m. somewhere. Am I right?
I need my Mormon crack.
So then one of them goes, oh my God, exactly. Whitney was here, and it's because they're selling Fruity Pebbles marshmallow treats. So they go in, and she's like, welcome to Swig. Do you guys know how to swig? Have you swigged before? It's intense.
I can't even imagine what smells in there. It's probably all these like fruity, syrupy smells. And so Demi's saying how the trip was a mess, so she just feels more comfortable with Layla and Jesse these days. So they order, and of course they get the Fruity Pebbles and the Rice Krispie treat. And then Jesse's like, could I do a 32-ounce Texas tab? And I'm like already dreading. I don't know what a Texas tab is, but I already know I hate it.
I know. It's terrifying. Like, is Tab not terrifying enough? When
I was a kid, I loved
have
Tab.
the cancer soda, but with like extra Texas in it. Like, what does that even mean?
I know. So she's like, Jesse says, Utah is like the land of the Mormon bar, which are all the soda shops that we have, because there's one on like every corner. Yeah, and like Demi says, we don't like drink alcohol or do drugs. So this is kind of our vice. My soda order is very specific. It's actually probably, we don't drink caffeine or alcohol because our bodies are our temples. But apparently our temples are allowed to have the most sickening soda you've ever heard of in your life.
Yeah. Our temples are totally coated with saccharin and corn syrup, and it's delicious. So this goes to prove that people who are assholes ordering anything. It's not just fine dining. It's not just like gluten-free people. No offense, gluten-free people. Shout out to my family. You can even do it in a soda shop. So here's Demi's order. 44-ounce sparkling water with sugar-free coconut, sugar-free vanilla, sugar-free raspberry, sugar-free pineapple, and coconut cream. Chef's kiss.
Literally, chef, like, falling over and dying. Like, there's no chef that's going to kiss to that. It's literally ghastly. It's horrific. Everything's disgusting about it. I hate it.
So Layla orders a bloody wild, adding coconut cream to it. The hell is
Coconut cream in
this?
her soda. I don't know what the rest of her combination was, but I just know there's coconut cream in her soda.
I wish we had understood this better so we could have gone to one of these places when we were in SLC.
I know,
I can't
but we
believe
were
we
only
missed
there
out
for
on this.
we were only in SLC for like 5 seconds.
I
Like, we
was long
literally
enough to go
landed
to
at
a
2 p.m.
Oh wait, I didn't go to a Quiznos, but I was there long enough to get a Quiznos delivered. I could have gone over there to the soda shop. Come on, Swig.
If we
Advertise.
go back to SLC, I think we definitely, first of all, if we do another show in SLC, we need to spend more time in that city so we can really take advantage of all these sights and sounds that we see on these shows, because we were there for like, honestly, like 3 hours before our show and then flew out the next morning. So we barely got anything.
So the girls are like, "Oh my god, I love that you literally got a Rice Krispie treat. The Fruity Pebbles, I
Dare to
can't."
dream. Dare to dream. You got a Rice Krispie treat? I didn't even know that was possible for a human being.
And she's like, "Well, I'm manifesting a truth with Whitney, you know?" And so they're like, "Oh my god, what about Whitney? Is she going to come to the divorce party?" So then we find out that Layla, because she goes, "Are they going to come to your divorce party?" And Layla goes, "On Thursday." How many divorce parties are you having, Layla?
I know.
Your divorce party on Thursday. So basically, she's going to have a divorce party. And Demi's like, Whitney doesn't come to anything uncomfortable. So no, she didn't come to like the baby shower. So why would she come to that? Because it's uncomfortable.
This is like me. We're supposedly friends. So if she doesn't come on Thursday just because of you, I'd be like, grow up. So then Layla says, in mom talk right now, it's a little bit awkward, but we don't know what we stand for anymore. But I'm really excited for this divorce party because I invited all the girls and all their husbands and a couple of my other friends, even Whitney, and we're like, let's just get back to basics. Let's just start soft swinging again. And then we can make some really fun dances with our hands.
So then they're talking about, did Whitney block anybody? And Demi's like, I don't know if she blocked my number. I know she blocked me on everything also. And Jesse's like, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, she leaves the group message. She blocks you on TikTok. She blocks you on Instagram. I mean, why would she do that?
The queen bee has officially left the group chat. I can't say I'm shocked because Whitney makes very dramatic decisions based off of emotion, but I'm a little shocked at the same time. So there, think about that, America.
Yes. I told you she's a leaver. Her name is Leave. She has leave in her name. So that's what she's going to do. And so now they're like, oh my God, I'm going to imitate Whitney. Like, no, babe, don't run away. Like, come on, I'm running away right now. And I'm like, stop running. Why are you running? I was like, what are you running from, Mom Talk? Why is she running from Mom Talk? So they're both like, fuck this girl, you know, and we're not going to kowtow to her baby shit, you know. And then they're talking about this trip, right? Should I invite Whitney? And Jesse's like, well, I mean, think about it. Like, if you're to invite all of us, where would you put it? Because, like, you know, you couldn't tell her the group message because she's not. Oh my God, it reminds me. Whitney left the group message. Oh my God, Whitney, why would she leave the group message?
Whitney Leavitt has left the group.
Talk's never gonna be the same.
Yeah, they are it's not a trip necessarily, but they're gonna go to a rage room because they've got so much rage. There's so much going on. If Mom Talk were to throw an axe, we don't even know which direction we go in these days.
That guy put 2 little coconut syrup in my Mountain Dew. We're raging today, girls.
I can't wait till we get to that rage room where we are going to rage out. Get ready, America. There's going to be so much rage on display. So,
and so Jesse's like, so wait a minute. So now that Whitney's left the group chat, could you guys put a picture up, please? Bloop. Whitney Leavitt has left the group chat. Yeah. So, and Taylor doesn't like really care about anything. Are you our new queen bee to me? And she's like, well, at times I'm like the voice of reason in the group.
Yeah. I love this like tribunal that's going to elect Demi to be the leader of Mom Talk, even though like there's no clear sense of what Mom Talk really is or what it needs, why there needs to be a leader. She's going to be the leader.
Yeah. And so Jesse's like, well, when you were like, does anyone feel this way? To be honest, I feel like you would be a better leader. So you should lead us. I was like, you guys, you have to vote, don't you?
Are you guys going into Mordor? What's going on here? Why do you need a leader? Like, lead us. Lead us. We need to bring the ring. We need to throw a ring into a volcano. Demi, you are the one who could bring it to us.
Yeah. So then we see Taylor in the confessional. She goes, sure, not true, but sure, I guess about her not caring who's the leader of TikTok. So then Jesse's like, yeah, Whitney is like the type that manipulates, and Taylor doesn't really care. She was just kind of put in that position. So like I would rather have a queen that like doesn't want to be queen than a queen that really wants to be queen.
Yeah. And also, like, we need you to have like a backbone and be our spokesperson. Come on, Demi, do it for us. And Demi's like, I don't necessarily need to be the queen bee or the leader per se. Da 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 da. However, if Mom Talk is to survive, I do think that we need someone to come in and lead the group in a sense of what we want Mom Talk to be, even though we never knew what it wanted to be or what it was. It was just people dancing. And, you know, we just want to bring it back to why it originally started in the first place as people dancing. I don't
Didn't
know
it
what it stands
originally
for.
start with Taylor and Whitney? I think. I mean, I'm not sure, but the hierarchy is weird
Dancing.
in this one. Yeah.
Just dancing and putting text on screen. Like, oh, we got to find a way to bring it back. I'm like, I've got an idea. Why don't you dance in front of your camera?
Guys, we
and
need to
post
get
it?
back to what Mom Talk is about. Elbow dances. So much elbow choreography. The world is missing right now without Mom Talk.
Ooh. Oh, Ronnie, I know you hate it when I make these announcements in the middle
Who died
of our
now?
show.
Who fucking died now? We just lost Dame Maggie Smith in the last show. Who's dead now?
The group chat, because Whitney Leavitt has left the group chat. This just in. Whitney Leavitt has left the group chat. I don't know if everyone's okay, but she is gone.
So they're like, yeah, Whitney just wants it too bad, which I like that it turns all of reality show lore on its head, because normally in reality shows, it's like, I want this the most. I deserve it. And this one's like, you want it the least, so you deserve it. And I just love what these kids are doing. You know, they're like, we're going to change it up.
And let's turn Mormonism against Whitney too, because Demi says, yeah, if she's a true follower of Christ, you seek to understand people and you forgive and you move forward. And maybe she's not right there right now. So what I'm saying is, if she were a good Mormon, she would support me being the new queen of Mom Talk.
Yeah. Bye. Have fun in the outer darkness. Joseph Smith won't be answering your calls anytime soon. Biatch.
Yeah, Mormonism is the ultimate group chat, and Whitney has just left it. So good luck.
So now we go to Whitney and Connor's house. Connor's in like a banana hat. It's like, what, are you a banana today? Why are you dressed like you're selling bananas at a fair, Connor? We know it's you. They put your name tag under you.
Whitney is trying to make homemade animal crackers, and just stop. Just stop. You don't need to do this. This does not need to be a homemade endeavor. Just go to the store and buy them.
Yeah, some things are just meant to be made in a factory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Animal crackers are one of those things.
Yeah.
So then Macy calls and Macy's like, what are you doing? She's like, trying to make homemade animal crackers. It's nuts. Are you with the kids? Yeah, I'm with the kids. Good. I can't wait to make you cry in front of your kids.
After the girls trip for my birthday weekend, because it was so bad, I definitely want to talk to Whitney about it. And I want to make sure she feels loved and supported. But like sometimes she's like a loose cannon. And I just can't predict her next move. Like, for instance, I thought she was gonna make chocolate chip cookies today, but she's making animal crackers. I never would have thought.
So out of curiosity, how do you like feel about the whole like Mom Talk group? What do you mean? Like, should we get the bad together? She goes, let's be honest. Have we ever really been genuine, real friends? Or has there always been an agenda? Has there always been some sort of a transaction involved? Honey, can I get $20? Can I get $20 to donate to the Taylor Swift campaign? Sure, honey. Here you go. Get out of here, please.
I'd just be curious to see how close this friend group would be if we didn't meet each other on social media. And Macy's like, really? But we met on social media. Would you not hang out with me? Yeah, that's totally different.
The long pause was hilarious. She's like, sorry, I'm working on a rhino's horn right now. Let me think about this. Yeah, that was different. I thought you meant like as a whole group. And she goes, well, as far as Mom Talk starting, it was like very transactional, and then the swinger drama happened. And I feel like people who were left and like the ones who were more authentic and stuff, but like, I don't know, like I'm wanting a friend, like not just acquaintance, you know? So basically they brought all these girls out to grow Mom Talk, but they didn't really know each other. And this is kind of a housewife show, right? Where you're like, this isn't working because they're not all real friends. They just met on the show.
It's tricky. It's tricky because, like, if you are brought together because of a hobby, and then you realize that without the hobby, like, your friendships may not actually be as good as you thought. So that's a common thing. So Macy is like, I just want like Whitney to make amends with everyone because I love her. We're like great friends. She's gonna make me animal crackers. You know, you said that when you went to Hawaii that you just needed to get away, and like whenever things get hard, you just kind of like leave. And I think that Whitney tries to act like she doesn't care, but in reality, she cares more than anyone. Mom Talk needs Whitney. I think she's a big part of it. And I think she could like get better and we could all just come together and like maybe do a come to Jesus kumbaya and hug and kiss and like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a way we can make amends.
And Whitney's like, you know what? If those girls were really my fucking friends, they would have fucking called me after I fucking left a fucking group fucking chat. But nobody fucking called me. So I'm not going to force anyone to fucking listen to me. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away because it's not fucking worth it.
Connor's like, language. Just sorry.
Like, oh, sorry. It's like, I don't even mind the F word. It just reminds me of the act of the F word. I mean, please, just any other cussing. Any other cussing would be fine.
My brain just gets so literal and it's very uncomfortable. So then we go to Jen.
Every time you say that, I get performance anxiety. Why are you wearing a mustache? Why aren't you wearing a mustache? That's the question.
Really, Connor? Because I'm used to you wearing a beard, if you know what I'm saying. So Taylor's like, we go over to Jen's house and she's like, I feel really responsible for the divide. If only I'd remembered my garments on the girls' trip. Oh, I don't know. I just feel responsible for the divide that's happening amongst Mom Talk. I guess that'll happen when you only invite half the people to your party, but I guess that creates a divide. But I didn't invite half the girls to my baby blessing, and I'm inviting Taylor and Dakota over to fix it. And, because I do value our friendship, even though they're just slutty sinners.
I value our value friendship, if that makes any sense. So I decided to invite the sale rack of friends over, but just one, and it's her. So they come over, the couples come over, or that couple comes over, and Taylor's like, you know what? Like, she goes, is your house always this clean? And Jen's like, I live with an OCD. And Zach is like, yeah, I have way bad OCD. And Jen says, he's not a nice person if the house isn't clean. You know what might make him nicer? Holding a vacuum. Because I have a feeling he's never cleaning the house. He's just wanting you to keep it clean. You can tell.
Yeah. Like if there was anyone who I would ever suspect of being a raging asshole if the house isn't clean, it would literally be this guy. Like that's what my police sketch artist would be like. I was like, draw someone. Let me describe to you someone who becomes like a scary person when things are not perfect. I would like draw it out, and it would literally be his face. Like, oh, that worked out.
Yeah, he's unhinged. So Taylor is like, I'm like just like 4 weeks away from delivering at this point, and like especially after a crazy week from Mom Talk, like I just feel so overwhelmed, and like I just need to take a step back because it's like unfair to my baby. So then Zach and Dakota are talking, and Dakota's like, I can't even process it. It's just like so crazy. It's like so nuts. Like I could have a baby. I could have like something that looks just like me. Is it gonna look like me? Is it gonna talk like me? Like what's gonna happen?
Yeah, so we're having a crash course for Dakota so that way he can learn everything about a newborn. And I think that Dakota is going to be a great dad, especially when he cheats on me. And I don't think he understands how hard it's actually going to be, though.
Yeah, and so now they're going to teach him how to do the baby stuff. So they're teaching him like how to change a diaper and like, do you know how to make a bottle? You need to hold him while you make a bottle because you have to make a bottle and you also have to rock the baby at the same time. And it's hard, which I'm sure it is. God. By the way, this looks like bloody hell.
I know this looks awful. Looks so and the fact that Jen is so happy, this is like her version of playing a video game. She's like, this is like the most fun thing ever. And then they have to like suction boogers out of the baby's nose. So they put the baby on the bed and they like put this thing in. I didn't know this was a thing for babies. And I'm just going to point to the scene anytime anyone says, so you and Dom don't want to have a baby? I'm like, please go to episode 5 of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and go to minute 13. Thank you very much.
And so he's doing it. He's like making the milk thing, and then he's rocking the baby with one arm, and then Jen starts playing a sound effect of the baby crying, and she goes, "Okay, now the baby's crying. Rock him harder." It's like, Jesus, you brought out the full CGI. So then
Wait,
he's
hold on.
doing it.
Wait, new sound effect. Okay, here's a sound effect. Okay, Zach is screaming at you, asking why there is a crumb on the counter. Okay, this is okay. Now try to do the baby bottle while Zach is screaming at you. This is so fun, isn't it? This is so fun. This is
Right
just
when
what
you
it
think it
takes.
can't get any worse and you're just going to lose it and you're the worst mother in the world, you hear another sound effect. Bloop. Whitney has just left the group chat.
This just in: Whitney has left the group chat. Everyone, Whitney is gone.
So they teach him how to do the diaper and stuff, and it's really cute. And then Jen's like, "Oh my God, the ultimate test for being a good dad is sucking the boogers out of Luca's nose." And he did it.
Wow, he really is an adult.
It was the
So
same thing that my husband made me do to him before he proposed. It was just, there's romance in there somewhere, I'm sure.
yeah. Zach is like, I don't know if anyone's giving you the heads up, but like, not only is your wife gonna be like super tired, and he's like, Taylor's like, girlfriend, I'm not marrying this guy. Those crazy eyes.
And so they're like, put a ring on it. And Taylor's like, he's trying. I just don't know if I'm ready yet. So she's like, he's gonna be a great dad, but he just wants marriage right now, and I just don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah, that's probably something to think about maybe before having the kid.
I don't know at this
So
point. I feel like it used to be the thing, right? Where you got pregnant and you just had to marry the person. I'm so glad it's not like that. It's hard enough like raising a baby with an idiot, but raising a baby and having to divorce them while you're raising the baby, it's so nice to just take that step out.
yeah. So now we go over to let's just go over to the next scene. It's just more stuff talking about like Taylor stressing about like having a baby out of wedlock and
I'm-
it's not an ideal situation, et cetera, et cetera. And Ronnie's on mute.
Oh, it's Layla. She's like, I'm a badass. I'm gonna get a tattoo. And so I'm waiting to see like Layla's hidden sleeves or whatever that she's got going on. And she's like, I have one right here. It's 2 dots. It symbolizes it symbolizes me and my husband. So I want to change it to something for me and my sister, who I also don't speak to anymore. So I was thinking 3 dots. It's like, wow.
I want to
You're
cover
gonna
it.
almost look like you have freckles.
And Layla's like, why does everyone get so many tattoos during a divorce? I mean, look at me. I'm wild out here. I'm trashy with this tiny flecks of tattoo on my ankle. And Demi's like, I don't know. It's like Chuggy. I'm like, oh, Chuggy.
There
It's
it is
back.
again. Haven't heard that for a long time. So then Jen is like, even though it's not a common thing for us Mormons to maybe be at a tattoo parlor, I will do anything for Layla, even if it means my husband might divorce me. I mean, honestly, it's like courageous of her to walk away from a marriage, especially with
And
everything going on with mom talk and all the drama.
so courageous of her to choose hell over heaven. I really want to support her. So Layla's like, she's gonna get her tattoo, and she's like, we're just so busy with both of our lives. It's just like my sister, like she's about to get married this year, and I feel like we miss each other in life sometimes. So I feel like now I'm hoping to get this tattoo to say, "Kay, like, see you. Hope you see me." I think that she won't be able to miss me because this tattoo is gonna be so big and so garish that she will always know that I'm thinking of her.
Yeah, I feel bad for Layla. Girl, your sister doesn't talk to you and you're going to get a tattoo to prove how much you love her? No, temporary. Get her something temporary. Get her a sweater. You know what I mean? Don't
Get her
tattoo
a gift
your own
card.
skin. The girl doesn't even like you.
What you do is you go onto Amazon.com, gift card, send it, instant delivery to her email. She'll be so happy.
That's it. And then you
That's
always
it.
have it in email as proof that you did something. You'd be
I
like, what do
did
you mean
this.
I don't like you? Search my name in your email. You'll see a Starbucks card there, you fucking ingrate.
So Layla tells us her backstory, which is she's not very close with her family. She wasn't close with it sounded like she already was not close with her family, and then she got pregnant, and then she had a shotgun wedding because they thought like they did everything backwards. So the one thing they're going to do right is they're going to get married before I guess the baby comes or something like that. So she gets married to this awful guy. They don't get along. It's not a healthy relationship, and yada yada yada. It leads to divorce.
Yeah. So then Layla's like, yeah, I mean, I've been thinking I want to have like a death to divorce party. So wait, you don't want divorce?
You don't want
No,
divorce?
I do want divorce. But I
So
want it to die. But then how are you going to get a divorce if divorce is dead? You're making this hard. You're making this hard.
I'm like, I don't think you have thought this through. Okay. I know you're young, you're 23, you're not fully baked yet, but like, come on, let's see this. I don't know, like, let's work on the theme a little bit.
So Demi is like, okay, well, I can see that you're coming into the next phase of your life. I'm so excited. Not like it's a huge thing because we don't all need a man to be happy. But what's your plan with dating? You gonna get a man or you gonna go to the outer darkness? What's it gonna be?
Well, I'm honestly just going to take it day by day. And if somehow I end up meeting my person through that, that's awesome. It's hard though. And Demi's like, yeah, I think that's great. I always want that happy life I've always wanted. But I don't want to rush it this time. I don't want to just like, here I am, I'm single. And like a day later, I'm dating someone. I want to be like 2 days later, I'm dating someone.
And Demi is like, yeah, you don't need to feel guilt or shame about it. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a divorced woman, okay? You need to do it. Like, if you don't like him anymore, boot him out. Which is funny. Did you see the rumors of going around of the picture with Sheena and Brock, who has bleached his hair
Yes,
for
I've seen
Vanderpump
the
Rules?
share.
I can't. Why would you do this, Brock? I love you. You know I'm in love with you. Why would you do that? I'm really upset about it. But anyway, Sheena's sticking out her butt because Sheena can't take a picture without being like, "Oh my god, how's my butt look?" So she's sticking it out, and then she's standing next to Jesse, and Jesse is with Marcello or Mauricio or whatever his name is from Vanderpump Villa, the douchebag from Vanderpump Villa. Well, one of the douchebags.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
The
Okay.
the Wish version of Jax. And the rumor was, and I read this on Reddit, so sorry if it's false, but the rumor was that they were like making out in public, Jesse and this guy. So
Jesse,
yeah. No, wait, Jesse, yeah.
Demi.
No,
Demi?
Jesse. Yeah, I'm sorry, I get Demi and Jesse confused because they have the same face. I'm sorry. I should have saved this for a Jesse scene, and we're in a Demi scene. But yeah,
I did see the picture of Sheena with Jesse. I don't think I pinged that it was Marcello or whatever his name was because I tend to block out anything associated with the Vanderpump Villa. So
yeah, that was terrible.
I did not notice him.
That was terrible. Yeah. So anyway, sorry. I made that about your scene. You're with the older guy. He used to be married to Angie Harrington. Okay. Never mind.
So
okay.
ultimately, Layla gets her tattoo and she's like, "You guys want to see it?" And we see it. And this cover up was just like they covered up the two small dots with two slightly larger dots instead.
No way my husband's going to think this is about him. So then Demi says, like, you shouldn't have to stay in a marriage for, just to go to heaven. That's stupid. So she's like, I support her. And then Layla's like, it's hard. So we see the tattoo, whatever. Okay, let's go to Axe and Smash, the axe throwing company. So weren't they just splurting paint in this place?
Yes, that's why I was laughing that they were like, let's get our rage out. So they go to this place. They're gonna go smash something. So they go in, and Demi's telling us, I think the group relationships that were like maybe a little bit rocky are maybe more stable because we're seeing similar things. Whitney's not talking to any of us because I don't know if anyone heard, but Whitney Leavitt has left the group chat. I just want to remind everyone, Whitney Leavitt is no longer part of the group chat.
So
now.
We go to Whitney and Connor, and they're baking, and Sedona, the baby, is cracking an egg into the bowl. Is Sedona a really nice place?
It is nice. It's really nice. What I want to know, do Whitney and Connor do anything other than bake in their kitchen? Is there any more to their house other than that kitchen? Are they on a sound?
They love to bake.
Is this a simulation? Is this an AI household?
Oh, so Whitney's like, I need to show you this picture I saw on social. I mean, Layla, Macy, Michaela, Demi, Jesse. I mean, it looks like a paint splatter place. Can you believe they would go to a paint splatter place when they could have come to see how I'm doing?
She really is She really is basically asking this. She's really, and she's like upset she didn't get invited, even though she left the group chat. Like you cannot leave a group chat and then expect to get invited to group events. That's just not the way it works.
It's so funny. And I love him because, we make fun of him and the whole internet's like, he's gay, which we know is wrong to say that. We shouldn't be saying that. I'm not going to say that anymore. I'm taking it back. But actually, their relationship, does it seem like a good relation? Because he seems like so nice to her. He like puts up with her. He's just like,
He supports the baking.
he supports the baking. And then I feel like what he tells her is kind, but he's also honest with her. Throughout the next couple of episodes, it seems like he doesn't say much, but from what I've seen him say, it seems like he's honest with her, but in a kind way. Now she doesn't listen to a damn thing he says, but anyway, just small. We'll see as it goes on. But anyway, He's like, so why didn't she get invited? Which I thought was funny because he stresses her like, we know why you didn't get invited. And she goes, oh, because she's pregnant, I guess. I don't know, but I'm not pregnant. I mean, even though I'd like to be, wink, wink. And he's like, okay,
It's like,
hold on. Let me just swallow the vomit. That just okay. I think it's gone now. Okay, so why do you think you didn't get invited? She's like, because I left the group chat. And he goes, yeah, I forgot about that. Like, hello, dummy.
Like, you dummy.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, while Whitney is complaining about the situation, we're seeing the girls getting out their rage because this is paint splatter. Basically, the staff is like, so we have this really fun special. There's this room that has walls, and we're gonna give you paint bottles, and you can squirt the paint anywhere. They're like, anywhere, anywhere. Oh my god, let's get our rage out by splattering paint everywhere. I'm like, wow, even the rage rooms are so tame. You're on mute. Ronnie is ranting on mute.
Rage badge, make it pink. Make sure it's pink, girl. So she's literally like, oh my god, like these girls could totally call me. If you saw someone leave group chat, you're supposed to call the person and then say, why did you leave group chat? I mean, that's not why I left group chat. I wasn't trying to make them call me, but I left group chat and nobody called me, and I'm so mad about it. Like, who does that? Like, if they left group chat, I'd be like, why did you leave group chat? And then once they told me, I'd tell everybody the reason.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way, unfortunately. If you leave group chat, no one in the group is going to talk to you because you're basically saying fuck you to everyone. That's what that means when you do that. Especially if you don't like say, "Hey guys, I'm just taking a little break because I just need like a little bit of pause." You know, the real way to do it is maybe put on do not disturb. So that way everyone sees like Whitney has silenced this chat or something like that. But if you leave, nope. You're not getting that phone call.
And she goes, I left the group chat because I wanted space. Well, you got it. Enjoy making your 18th batch of cookies, Connor.
I know.
He was currently wearing a Rasta wig and very thick sunglasses.
Enjoy your homemade EL fudges. So,
just really cheap cookies.
she's like, guys, I made a homemade Hydrox. So Whitney's like, it's no secret. Obviously, I care about what people think about me. And it's almost like I feel like people take advantage of that. Like they know that I'm going to care. So let me make sure that I post a picture on social media and make sure that Whitney is going to see it. Like those are my thoughts that go into my mind. I'm like, not everything is about you. If you go with friends to a place where you're splattering paint everywhere, of course you're going to take a group photo. It's up to you to hide it. Okay, mute them.
Well, also, you're all social media people. You live on social. Why wouldn't they post it on social? You don't.
And if they did like a privacy setting where they're like, don't share this to Whitney, out of respect to you, your first response would be, that is so mean. They're just like, it's like, oh, I left the group chat because I wanted space, and now they won't even show me their photos. Like their photos are so special, private thing. They won't even share it with me. They just treat me like an outcast. You would never be able to win with Whitney.
No, Whitney's just a manipulator, and then she gets her way, and then she'll still cry about that. You know, she's just always going to be that person. And she is acting like a child, and she dresses like a child. She's still stuck in that. She's like 10 years old, you know?
And she thinks she's actually morally superior to, on top of everything else.
Well, that's why she wears the sleeves and the big poofy collars and stuff, is to remind everybody that she's like the most Mormon. And so going against her, and I've noticed that's kind of a trend, you know, it's like the most Mormon. So if you go against her, you're really going against the religion as well, you know?
Yeah.
So then we go to Macy carrying stuff for her photo shoot. She's going to be doing a photo shoot for her business called Baby Mama.
Yeah,
How is
which
that
is
name available?
how is it available? And of course, it winds up being co-opted by this super white Mormon girl in Utah. Like, of
Literally the
course, like this
whitest
is
person in the world.
like this is such a cynical commentary on our society right here.
And then she
So
goes, yeah, I've came up with a name because I saw this same-sex couple with their surrogate, and I was like, oh my God, that's like their baby mama. Whoa. And like just like that in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, that's a cute name. Cause like I'm like, technically, whoever's carrying the baby is like your baby mama. But it's like the baby, and then you're the mama. Like, what? It's you did not come up with this term.
you
You
know
did not
what?
come up with baby mama, lady.
And I just had this great idea. I was like, let me come up with my own line of bibs, and like babies can just like rest their heads on them, and it'll be like they can be called like babies love mamas. And I'm just thinking about calling it just like BLM.
Oh no.
She's a co-opter. Okay,
She's like, you know what? You know what I would really like? I think there should be like a kind of music that's like poetry, but set to like beats. Wouldn't that be good? I'm doing it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So
it's a little like cringy. So yeah, she's
incredibly
doing that,
cringy.
and then she has planned on inviting Taylor because she wants Taylor to do it because Taylor's a big star. Okay, let's face it. So
Yes.
she invites her over, and Taylor walks in with Dakota. Dun dun dun, and she's like, "I did not invite Dakota. I'm not happy he's here. This is for women. Number one. Number two, he likes to follow Taylor around like a little puppy dog, and it's like she can't do anything by herself. She can't even like plug my stuff for free by herself."
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I did not even invite him. So Macy's like, oh my gosh, this set's so cute. She's like, and Taylor's like, thanks. This is the only like whatever. They're just like talking and being nice. And Taylor's like, oh hey, so remember when I was like, you should have a talk with Dakota? That's why I brought him today. And Macy's like, yeah, okay. Well, I'm a little blindsided because this is like my photo shoot, and it's pretty clear I don't like Dakota. I mean, it's not that clear because I'm always smiling, but like my smile usually means I'm upset, but also happy. I guess it's confusing.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know. Oh, geez, there goes my camera, flying off the screen as usual. I'm continuing my streak of professionalism today, everybody. Thanks for joining us. So she's like, yeah, girls on my TikTok are like, he was just with my roommate last week, and now I'm like, I don't know if I can, trust him. That's what I was telling Taylor. Taylor's like, yeah, everybody's telling me that he's cheating all the time, but I'm just gonna give him another chance.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll work out really well. I'm sure that's usually a great foundation to build a relationship on, made even stronger by the arrest that you got arrested at his house when you were drunk, and you guys were fighting. So I think this is going to be a forever couple.
Aww.
So then Macy is like, yeah, I love Taylor and I want to be a good friend to her, but I've made it very clear that I just don't trust Dakota and I do not want to talk. So yeah.
She's like, awkward, bad timing, because like I have to direct, you know what I mean, and I have to focus, and I
only had this color me mine for 2 more hours. Okay, we got to make most use of it. Okay.
She's like, I can't focus if I have an intense conversation, you know what I mean, and like I know we don't get along, but it's like different strokes, Wait a minute, I'm gonna come up with a TV show with that name. That's a good title.
I don't know. I like sometimes it's weird. Like sometimes I just feel like we're outcasts to our group. I feel like we're almost like we're like refugees. We're like, what we should call ourselves like the Fugees. I don't know. That's a fun name.
So they agree to do it at a different time, and then we see Taylor posing for her pictures. And they're like, "Baby mama," and she's like, "Give me spicy, give me cute, give me fun, give me one hand, give me one leg, stand on your ear. Oh my God, you're looking good.
Give us the face for when you get accepted into the gates of hell." Okay, great.
So then Dakota's being supportive. He's like, "You look so pretty, Tay." She's like, "Really?" And so they basically just do this photo shoot or whatever. So then Macy's like, "Dakota's out here trying to." Oh, so then
Then,
Dakota's like, "Oh, hey, while we're here, could you snap some pictures of me too?" And then he whips off his shirt.
which was like, no one asked for this and no one needed this. So basically, it's one thing. It wasn't like, oh, let's take one photo. They're like, can we use your photographer that you're paying for a professional photo shoot to do our professional baby shoot? Which, by the way, I cannot stand pregnancy photo shoots. They're all the same. It's all the same poses. They're all so dramatic. They're so serious, and they're not very good. I'm sorry. So he basically takes off his shirt, and they're doing the whole like cliche thing. You know, he's like kissing the bum. He's shirtless. It's just like totally unnecessary. And I totally was on Macy's side. Like, what the fuck? You are totally freeloading something that I paid for. That's a professional endeavor.
Yeah. But he's probably like, "Well, you're doing it, so this is our payment. We're going to get our baby photos for free from stupid Macy." Yes, guy's a user. So then we go to Layla's divorce party, and there's a DJ named Poltergeist.
Yeah, not Geist, Poltergeist. He is fresh off his job as manager of the local Hertz Rent-A-Car, and he is playing some fresh beats from Will I Am, which is also the name of Macy's new product. So Macy,
So Layla's like, "I wanted to make this like otherwise sad thing of divorce like more happy." So then people start arriving, and Jameen's like, "Oh my God, this is so funny." Because I was looking everywhere for Layla, but then I was like, "Where's Layla? I don't see her." And then I was like, "Hey guys, have you seen Layla?" But then I saw like a coffin. Is she like going to be in the coffin? That is hilarious. And I say that as a leader of TikTok, I mean, Mom Talk, even though I didn't ask to be.
da 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 da. I've never been to a divorce party, and I can't say I personally would have thrown a divorce party, but I'm not even sure this is a divorce party. It's like death to divorce, but a funeral for marriage, or divorce. We're not really sure. But what we do know is that Layla gets to talk once every episode, and this is her chance. So we're going to give her the space for it.
So then Whitney and Connor walk in. Dun, 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 dun. They're like, "Oh my God, what's Whitney doing here? Whitney left the group
Oh my God.
chat."
But when you left the group chat
Oh
and
my
also
God.
got his hair slicked back.
And then Demi's like, "I'm actually surprised to see Whitney here, to be honest. Like, it's bold of her to show up after leaving the group chat."
Oh my God, she left the group chat. She left the group. Whitney Leavitt has left the group
Oh
chat.
my God, you guys, Whitney left the group
Whitney left the
chat.
group chat, and she didn't even get to see the GIF I put up. So Whitney's like, even though the girls' trip was an absolute nightmare, I wanted to show up in my most pilgrimy looking dress to support Layla. I want to be there for her. I want to remind her what Thanksgiving could look like. You know, I was a bit upset, but you
Sorry,
know
I
what?
wanted to remind people that not only am I the most Mormon-y, I'm also the most pilgrimy. I founded this country.
All the turkeys better watch out. And guess what? The turkeys was Mom Talk. So then we see more flashbacks of this time we see flashbacks of Jesse saying, yeah, you know, people just think it's like a rotating door. Like you just go and you get what you need from people and then you just move on. You leave them for dead. That's all. So now basically Whitney wants to have a talk with Jesse to find out what Jesse meant by all that.
Yeah. So now we see Demi and Brett talking about it. And who cares? This is all small talk. It's like party small talk as we start
I
getting
love that
ready for all
dress.
this
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Love it. Love it.
Although,
Oh my God. Did Whitney leave Mom Talk?
but there is a funny moment because some of them are sitting at a table and someone has like a bottle of soda and it's not twist off. So
I
Connor's like,
hate
oh, whoa.
that. What world do we live in that you don't serve things that are twist off now? Come on, man.
I know. So Connor's like, oh, wait, I know a trick how to open this. I saw it in a G-rated movie once. Hold on. And so he takes the bottle and he starts trying to like slam it against the corner of the table. And I've never done this trick. I think I've seen it before, but like one thing I would assume is it's not going to work very well. A, on a table that has like rounded corners, and B, if you're doing it incorrectly in the first place. So he's trying to do it and he keeps slamming this thing and he's like chipping the table of this establishment. I was like,
chipping the table.
Stop it.
I was getting so mad. I was like, fuck this guy. I stood up for him 2 seconds ago, and now I'm like, fuck him. Get him, internet.
Like, do you
Yeah,
really
he
need to at this
sucks.
point? If you can't do it after 2, you have to stop.
Yeah, you're such a wuss, dude. I mean, I know how to do that. Of course, I'm from Texas. We learned how to do that very young. Mama needs her 40 at some point. But well, those are twist off or pop. Anyway, I know how to do it, but yeah, you're gonna chip something. It's very sharp metal that you're banging down into wood or whatever. Idiot. And no one told him. They just kept watching him mangle this table.
And he was just like banging the thing. He's like, I could do it. I was like, I don't even know how to really do it, but I know you're doing it wrong. Stop it.
Yeah. So then Layla makes her big entrance and she's like, in this next chapter, I honestly just want to find myself. I feel like I've been through so much in my life and I never focused on me. So I'm going to get a tattoo for this waiter I met backstage who's really kind to me. Thanks for that. Hope you call me one day.
And Michaela's like, I'm so happy to see Layla so empowered now. Layla's so young. And I'm like, you're 23 and Layla's 22. She's like, I feel like getting divorced so young too. It's just like good to see her be in a position to start taking care of herself. And makes me think about Taylor's situation, probably the pressure that she's feeling to get married. Anyway, Taylor's going to hell, so I don't know why I'm thinking about it so much.
So they're all trying to hook up Layla with Joe, some guy named Joe. And Layla's like, oh my God, stop. And Mate's like, I just want to see you guys interact. Like, I just want to like vibe them out. I got good feelers, like it's just vibe it out. Okay. So they bring this guy over who looks like the actor who looks like a younger Matt Damon. I don't know what his name is, but he's a character actor. He's in a ton of stuff. And
oh yeah, Jesse Plemons.
Yes. That's who he is. So they bring him over. He's like, hey, he looks like he's 12. And they're like, she needs to have an orgasm. He's like, hey.
Like, oh, yeah, this is definitely going to be the guy to do it.
I don't think that guy will last more than 2 seconds. And I mean penisly. In case anyone's confused.
Penisly. So, yeah, that's not going to work out. So then Macy is like, by the way, everyone, Whitney is wondering why Jessie said that comment. When Whitney was in the closet and she said, you hang out with people and use them and then you drop them. Is that what you said, Jessie? But didn't apologize to her? Did not remember that? Anyone?
And Whitney's like, no. She goes, okay, well, so clearly she feels that way. And she's like, yeah, I want to know why. Oh, Demi's coming. So Demi comes over and she's like, hi, how you guys doing? So
he's like, great, eating away.
So then they walk away. So now it's just Whitney and Jessie. And Whitney's like, okay, so I guess you're drinking tonight. Someone's drinking. She's yeah, I got my wine. Okay, so when we were at the girls' trip and Demi basically attacked me up the ass, she said like, oh, I'm sorry, was this the part you were just doing?
Yeah, no, you're in the right place.
Sorry, they're just repeating themselves. And says something like, when Whitney gets close to someone, they use them and move on. And Jessie's like, yeah. So here's the thing. So what I've heard from the group, it's all coming from things that everybody said, like literally everybody. Like, I don't know. You've been close with Jen. She said you dropped her until you need something. Then Layla said it. So maybe it's not coming from a vicious place, but it feels like, oh, people are toys and I'll just play with them till I get bored. I love that Jessie can just lay it out.
And Jessie, Jessie's is actually incredibly confrontational about it, but she says it in a way like, oh, I was just reading an article and this article was saying that like you're an awful person. So you should read that article. But it's like, no, you're just like fully just truth bombing Whitney with everything.
I love it. I love that style of just like, here's the truth. And I'm not being mean. I'm not yelling at you, but this is the truth. You're an asshole and everybody hates you. So
Whitney's like, well, I am not having issues with everyone in this group. I mean, hello, you don't come dressed like Thanksgiving and don't be a good person. Okay. Who else am I having an issue with? You and Taylor have had issues and you and Demi are now having issues. It just feels like that keeps happening.
And she's like, well, me and Demi are having issues because she started a very fucking personal thing in my life.
Yeah, well, before that happened, the whole fight happened, you may remember. And like, what was that? Like, what triggered that? Because I feel like you guys, I'll just let you finish this. It was triggered because I told Jen how she felt about her, and that's what triggered it. She goes, yeah, see, so that's another thing that people think is that you're very quick to tell what other people are saying, and so that makes it hard to trust you. Yeah.
And she's like, oh, so people can call people white trash and too Mormon-y, and it doesn't, and they don't want to be around you, and that's okay. And because when I tell the truth, then people are mad at me, but they don't get mad at the people who are saying the bad things. Oh my God, you're such a nightmare. My God, if you'd said something in the moment when the people said those things, if you'd said, wow, I wouldn't say she's too Mormon-y, that's not very nice, and then gone and tattled, but you didn't. You egged
Yeah.
these people on and laughed and acted like you were totally a safe space to bitch to, and then you went and betrayed them. You fucking Judas in a clown collar. Get the fuck over yourself. What's wrong with you?
You know what? Can I tell you something? When I left the group chat, which I did, I left the group chat. Nobody fucking asked me, like, how are you doing? Nobody fucking called me and asked, like, why I left the group chat. Everybody went to fucking Macy. If you have an issue of why I left, then fucking call me. That pisses me off. I left the group chat.
And Jesse still isn't. Love that you keep popping that up. He just keeps popping up. Jesse has left the group chat.
Whitney has. Whitney Leavitt left the group chat, not
Whitney
Jesse.
left the group chat. I'm
Why didn't
sorry.
you call me about that, Ronnie?
So then Jesse, still not giving a shit that Whitney's trying to manipulate her with her emotions, is like, yeah. Well, just because you leaving the group chat, that was passive aggressive. Was it like a test? I mean, were you trying to see if someone would reach out? She goes, no, it wasn't a test, and you all failed it.
I didn't want to see anyone anymore. Okay. I wanted out. Okay. That was me protecting myself. And that was me taking control because last weekend was an absolute fucking nightmare. She goes, no, I get that. I get that. But I also feel like, again, you leaving the group chat of all of us, it made us feel like all really isolated from you because you left the group chat.
Yeah, but like if anybody else left the group chat, I'd be like, oh my God, someone left the group chat.
Well, I guess I just have a different perspective. Yeah. I guess I just said what I just said. And Jesse goes, yeah, and it's probably because you are the person that reaches out. So since you're the one who reaches out and you left, there was no one knows how to reach out. So we just only reached out to each other.
But yeah, I'm not gonna reach out anymore because like fucking fuck. Like if I don't fucking reach out, then no one's gonna fucking reach out to me, and then fuck you guys. Fuck.
Yeah, well, I know things are tense right now, but I just want you to know that like what I've said and heard about you is based off of opinions of the whole group. So everyone thinks this is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Have a great night tonight, by the way.
So then she's like, yeah, you know, like if we're all saying things behind each other's back and then you think someone's your friend, I mean, look, I'm telling you, every single person in our group has said something about you, minus Macy. You know, Macy's loyal to you, so that's good. You've got that one. You should put that on your resume because she's good.
Yeah,
Like, I
she's
feel like a
loyal.
fucking idiot right now. I feel like a fucking idiot because like what the fuck is fucking going on? Fuck.
Everyone, I don't feel like everyone's pissed at me, like, but I clearly I'm wrong, and it fucking stings right in the fucking fuck heart. Okay, stab me right in the fucking heart with a sharp vibrator.
Fucking Whitney fucking Lev fucking it has left a fucking group chat. Fuck.
Yeah, I want to leave, and Jesse goes, "No, you can't just do that." No, I meant the group chat. I want to join back in so I can leave again.
Would you add me back in so I could quit right now?
You guys, you guys want to hear something kind of wild? Ronnie and I wrapped up this recap and we didn't even realize that there was a full other scene. So we are now back many days later because we recorded on Friday and now it's Tuesday. So we have a full costume change on the video right now. And you're probably wondering what happened. It's because we were like, bye, it's Friday. But no, there is still work to be done. There's still another very important scene in this episode to recap. So are you ready to get right back into it, Ronnie?
Kind of.
Well, where we left off, anyone who's listening to the recap knows this because they were just listening 3 seconds ago. But we just got out of the divorce party. Whitney could not believe that everyone has a problem with her. So she's going to leave and go off to some homesteading future. And then we go over to Taylor's house another day. And Taylor's talking to Dakota. And she's like, hey, like, can't you juggle? He's like, yeah. Will you show me? He's like, okay, hold on. So what you got to do is you got to do like 3, like 2 in this hand, and then like you do 1 in this one. And you just make an X. You're just making an X the whole time. She's like, wow.
She's like, that's not really an X, which is true. And if anybody knows somebody that's ever tried to teach you how to juggle, you know how horrible these fucking people are because you can't really show people how to juggle. Juggling is something like you need to just figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
someone needs to just say you have 3 balls, you throw them up in the air, you catch one ball that you throw with the other hand. That's it. You have to figure this out. I can't sit here and explain juggling to you. And that's what he tries to do. And then he does it in that way that just makes you feel stupid. It's like, well, you just make an X. Oh, fuck off. It's not just an X. If it was just an X, the fucking oranges would be flying off and hitting people in the head. It's a light arch. You know what I mean? I just hate people like that. They really bother me. It's like, look, juggling is so easy. Why can't you do it? Because I didn't have 30 hours to sit around in my house bored because no one would play with me to learn to juggle. Did I actually have the hours? Yes, I did, because no one did want to play with me. But still, I learned other things like characters' names on Facts of Life. Fuck off, person, juggler person.
I have never been able to juggle. Someone once gave me like this juggling set. It was like 3 penguins that were like they were bean bags, but they were made to look like penguins. And it was supposed to be like, look, use these to juggle. And I couldn't do it. I probably still can't do it. I haven't tried in a while, and I don't want to try. It's stressful. It's a stressful hobby. It's a
Juggling's
stressful
super
art.
hard. And I've been learning to play piano for years now. I mean, I started in the COVID the COVID
Mhm.
era. And I know that COVID's still around, everybody. Don't have a fucking fit about it. Okay. During the pandemic at home moment during COVID, I started learning piano. I still suck at it all these years later. But the point is, now when I see somebody who's plays the piano really well, I think, what a sad, lonely life they've lived. Because I know
Mm.
that it took hours and hours of sitting there. And I'm like, they're lonely, but look what they can do. They can sing a Billy Joel song at a party, and that's amazing for them. But when I see jugglers, I'm like, this is a lot of time that person spent for nothing. You fucking loser. Look what you did. Now, wow, you can throw some oranges in the air. Get the fuck out of my way and stop bragging about it's just an X.
Well, it's almost worth it just because Taylor is so blown away by it. She's like, wait, but so there's like 2 in a hand and like you just cross, but she goes, you're not doing anything with where's the third one? He says, well, it just fits in the rotation somehow. Just let me see. So he starts to juggle and he starts going X, 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 X. These 2 idiots. I can't believe they're bringing a child into the world.
And then she says the thing that most of us, I think, would say in this situation, which is there's more than an X. Why do you keep saying X? It's not an X. It's like an 8. It's like an infinity.
Mhm. Well,
I'm just really bothered by people like that.
maybe she's
I'll
talking
shut
about
up.
who else he slept with more than just the ex.
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, I mean, like you're just crossing. Oh my God, it just like hits you. And he's I think explaining like it just has to hit you, it'll come to you. And she's like, Macy's coming over, by the way. And he goes, oh, do you want me to leave? And she's like, no, why would I want you to leave? And he's like, I don't know. Will she read my pupils? 'Cause-
Do you not want to be here? And he's like, well, no, I just mean you're hanging out with Macy. Like, you want me to just kick it with Macy too? Show her how to juggle? She goes, yeah, well, actually, yeah, because this would be the perfect time for you guys to, clear the air. Like, you guys eventually have to. Like, we do so much together. We hang out together, we dance together, we soft swing together. And it just is like this awkward thing between you guys.
And he's like, well, I mean, I don't want to start it, but if she wants to talk, then I guess I'll talk. And she's like, there's something already started, okay? And you guys can, just say, yo, Mace, what's your problem? He's like, whoa, should I throw up my arms like that? Like, yo, Mace, what's the problem?
She's like, "Well, maybe not like that." He was like, "No, I'm gonna do that. That's how I'm gonna start." So then, Taylor says that she invited Macy because remember they're gonna have a conversation. She wants the conversation to happen at Macy's baby mama
Now, here's
marketing
the
event.
thing. I know that this is reality TV and they have to do this kind of thing, but if you're going to come to me and bitch about it, tell me everything about your boyfriend, which by the way, I think you should be able to go to your friends and bitch all you want. And especially in her case, because this guy's up to no good. We can see this very clearly in his pupils and his actions and his words. So of course you're supposed to talk to your friend about it, but then don't try and make me like him later. Like you've told me
Yeah,
all this bad shit about him. I hate him for a reason because I'm on your team. And now you don't get to have this. Like, I just don't understand why you can't get along. I don't get along because you tell me what a shithead he is. Like,
yeah.
what kind of person would I be if I did get along with him? You know?
Exactly. So Taylor's like, well, I do think that like Macy and Dakota are like able to see eye to eye on things. I just don't necessarily know if they'll ever be true fans of each other, like deep down. But like, yes, I do think that we can make things civil. And like, honestly, if we all just like want the best for each other, I don't know why we can't just have a mutual agreement.
So
Dakota sucks.
yeah, so Macy's coming and she's like, oh my god, it's like, well, I just like brought like gummies, so hope you enjoy your gummies because I've got them, so hope you like that. So
So they sit down and it's
she's a
awkward.
true like budding housewife that she's already bringing her shit to publicize. They just did a photo shoot for your damn prenatal gummies, and now she's showing up like, hi, just here to bring some gummies in a gift basket. I need a Kelly Ben Simone Scary Island crying. Like, it's like freaking me out now. It's like too many products. I'm just like, are you even real? Are you stalking me?
So they're having this like awkward moment. They're all there and it's like, you talk, no, you talk. And Taylor's like, look, we just need to have a conversation. We just need to have a convo. It's as simple as that. And Macy's like, no, I agree. And for me, it's been like built up thing of like resentment towards you. It's not like I don't like you as a person. Because clearly when we're together in person, I'm like, oh, fun. And then in the beginning, I do feel like I was on your side because remember, Taylor was such a trash box. Remember when she got arrested? Remember when she was like, wait, at your house and you're like in recovery? And then you were like, she was like throwing chairs at the door. Remember that? That was so funny. I was totally on your side on that, Dakota. But then, like, after a while, I don't know, like Taylor would come to me and bend to me and be like, hey, he's doing this. And I'm like, I don't know. I just don't think I really like you very much.
Well, I love how she just laid it out for him. She's like, well, it's like things that you do with Taylor, like calling her and yelling at her, or like, yelling at her in public, or, her getting arrested and you not getting arrested over clear, mutual domestic violence charges, stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of a red flag. And I love that she's just stating it. She's not like, you're a piece of shit and I don't like you. She's just like, your behavior is extremely terrifying and it reminds
Mhm.
me of my abusive boyfriend. And she starts talking to us about her how she was in an abusive relationship, and then she's telling him, and I just things that she tells me, it reminds me of my past. And I'm not saying you're anything like my abuser because you have a different haircut, which is really crazy to find in this town, but in general you're like an abuser. So
He goes, well, all I hope is that you just like want what's best for us. And like, so I think the situation was hard because if you're like still feeding into her ear, like be done with him, like in this situation, I think that's like really hard for me. I mean, I'm like juggling a lot here, pun intended. I was just doing a juggling demonstration. You missed it. But like, it's just like I have someone that's like really putting something in between us, like making things harder for us. Like, that's you, Macy. You're in her ear about me.
Oh, well, sorry to react to your abusive behavior. If you don't want
Right.
a reaction to your abusive behavior, stop with the abusive behavior. Then people won't stand between you. You fucking weirdo. It's like being mad at a pylon. It's like I keep crashing into you. You're in the middle of the road, right? Because I'm a pylon. Okay, so stop crashing into things. You're the
Yeah.
problem, sir.
And Macy's like, well, if you guys are solid, then nothing that I like say or other people say should ruin that. And Taylor's like, I know, I don't know. I just feel like there's like a lot of stuff that I have like major trust issues with. It's like hard to progress into marriage and stuff. By the way, Macy, thanks so much for coming over. I'm gonna take it from here. And I just feel like because of our beginning, it's where like it just pushes back. Like I'm terrified, like, and you want to be like there and like ready. And I'm just like, I'm just not there. And so Taylor starts to cry. And when she cries, she cries kind of like a cartoon because she puts her hands like over her eyes, but like not over her face. Or she does like a little bit of this, like a cartoon would cry like this. And she's like, I don't know if I can trust you.
Well, it's starting to become a little more obvious why she's having this meeting. I don't think she needs Macy to make up with this guy. I think she kind of needs a therapist with the guy, right?
Yeah.
She's like, okay, you will now be our therapist. You have a good head on your shoulders. So now watch this fight.
Right. So Taylor's like, well, you came into my life and I think I trusted you to be a good person to know me and you were like a good friend. But the lies in the beginning that I asked you not to do, there just were like more that came out and I'm not over it. So she tells us that she met Dakota. It was like obviously the whole shit show. So they wanted to start fresh. and have a good relationship and just have like honesty. And then 3 weeks in, we're getting closer and he's like spending the night and we're like sleeping together. And I asked him, I was like, hey, do you want to hang out? And he goes, I'm hanging out with the guys tonight. And then he sends a picture with him and all his guy friends. And I was like, okay, awesome. Have fun tonight. And again, we're still like not dating. But then, like, later in our relationship, he told me that like that night he went off and hooked up with a girl.
Yeah, and which if she didn't find out, why is he coming home and just telling her later? You know, I think that's also behavior of someone who's like, "You want to fight? You want to fight now?" I totally had the right to hook up with somebody because we were on a break, or you weren't my girlfriend yet. But I'm going to tell you anyway, just to piss you off right now. So that's this
So
fucking guy.
so she has major trust issues. I think totally reasonably, because he lied about what he was up to that night. They were already sleeping together, and then he went off and slept with someone else, and she's not over it. And she also feels like he picked someone over her, which I imagine is like him stepping on her damage at that moment. There was some trigger in that. And so she's just basically stuck. She just hasn't been able to get over it. She's not sure she can truly trust him. And you know what I say? You can't trust him. And I don't know why you guys decided to go down this path of having a baby together,
It's
because
not, yeah, it's not
this
a
is not right.
flaw to not trust an untrustworthy person. Those are called your instincts, okay? And you're ignoring them
Yes.
by staying with him. It's not a you problem that you can't trust him. It's a him problem that you can't trust him. So I'm not sure exactly what you need here, but albeit run, run, ma'am.
So she says, she's like, well, I'm like, just like, I'm not like not ready to progress because I'm scared something else is gonna come out. But like, do you blame me? He goes, but I mean, I'm just gonna say, like, but you've also self-sabotaged almost this entire relationship as well. So he's now blaming her for why this relationship is not working when he was the one who literally slept with another person, and then is like, oh, loophole, we weren't exclusive.
Yeah, and he's basically like, "Well, I mean, you're in this relationship, but like you're not even really here. You're like so out of it because you just don't trust me. I mean, whatever. I mean," and then he drops a new tidbit where he's like, "You know, at this we were in the talking stage in this relationship and she told me, 'Hey, you can go date whoever, you can go hook up with whoever and you don't have to tell me.'" Okay, so you did it and it sounds like you guys were still open at that point, which would totally make sense. The problem here, you dickhead, is that for no reason and unprompted, as far as we know, you did tell her. So why did you tell her? It all leads back to here. So why are you trying to fuck with her by telling her if you had
Do we
permission and
know?
had nothing to feel guilty about?
Do we know that he's the one who broke the information to Taylor, or did someone else say like, "Hey, he slept with Jenna," and so Taylor's like, "But you lied."
I think later that came, right? Because she does talk about a call from this girl Jenna or something before, but then she said earlier in this scene, like he told me later in the relationship that he hooked up with somebody. I don't
I
know.
think she said she found out later in the relationship. I don't know if she said that he told her. I could be
Oh,
wrong, and I can't
no.
really. I'm
Well,
not going to
if
scroll
so,
back
then
up.
I'm sorry. I'm going to go off 20 times about the same thing.
Well, either way, she finds out, and it's like devastated her because she wanted him to come over to hook up, and he went over and hooked up with someone else that night. Which, by the way, yeah, like if that's not, yeah. Sorry, like you guys may have been open and seeing other people, but like if she's like your main lady and she's like, come on over tonight, and then you choose someone else, that's fucked up. And like
Yeah, and her point is also that
you
he
don't get to
lied.
act like, yeah, and you lied about it, and you don't get to play like the victim here when you broke her trust in a certain way.
Yeah, her point is that he lied. It's not even about the cheating as much as like, or the quote unquote cheating, because I guess technically it wasn't cheating, but she's like, yeah, you lied. You could have just said, hey, you told me I'm allowed to see other people and I'm seeing somebody else. Sorry. Which I know would be awkward, but to like go as far as to like send a picture with your bros.
Right, and so then he's like, "No, you're acting like I did this to intentionally to hurt you, like nothing was intentional." And she's like, "I don't think it was intentional. I think that like don't tell me you can't come out because like I have guys night and then you end up at a girl's house hooking up. That's the point here." And he goes, "Okay, sure. I get what you're seeing, but like no, you don't get it cuz like that's what we still fight about. But you weren't my girlfriend. What do you expect me to think? It was 3 days before we became boyfriend girlfriend."
And we know that they have had this fight 9 million times. Okay. He's like, oh my God, this again. You fucking crying over trust issues. And she's like, but I don't trust you. And basically, I think she's just needing Macy to tell them like what to do, you know?
Right.
And so she does jump in. She's like, okay, so are you upset that she chose another girl or that he lied? She's like, both. And she's like, I'm mad at both things. And he's like, oh God, I was just dating 2 girls at that time. What's the big deal? She's like, oh my God, is that not gross? And Dakota goes, in Utah to date 2 people? You kidding? I should be married to 8.
No, it said fuck me all week and then lie to me. And then, like, sure. I mean, if you took it all, if you look at it that way, Taylor, sure. I mean, if you look at it that, like, I was sleeping with you and then you said, come on over and sleep with me again tonight. And I was like, no, I'm going to boys' night. And then I wind up sleeping with another girl. And if you take that as me lying and sleeping with someone else, that's on you.
Yeah. And oh my God, I'm so sorry. The construction is constructioning. My God. I don't know if they're sawing the roof above my head or what, but it's like this relationship. It's loud
Yeah.
and it's never ending. So Macy's like, well, what really surprised me was you know, that he lied out, you know, he's sleeping with this person, he's sleeping with that person. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And can prenatal gummies fix it?
Also, Taylor notes that Dakota slept with a different girl the night before he slept with Taylor the first time. So he's basically a man slut. And I mean, they're not in a relationship or anything, but I think what is frustrating for Taylor is I'm imagining she's been through some relationships already, and well, she definitely was with another guy, and I think that she's was hoping this guy would be like her Prince Charming, and she's realizing he's just like sleeping around. And don't forget, they got together because he like crept into her DMs because she was famous. So she's just realizing he's just like a piece of shit, and he's like a user, and he's just trying to like spread his seed wherever he can. So Taylor's like, you're like wondering, like, why won't you marry me? Why are you not ready? Like, no shit. I'm scared that there's a third person out there. You're a man slut.
And he's like, but then why would you have a baby with me? Because she's pregnant with your baby. What are you talking about? It's not like a day-to-day issue. Like, she's pregnant. That's why.
Yeah, it's not like going to coffee. It's like, why would you go get coffee with me? That's different. But you knocked her up and you guys were not having safe sex and you guys didn't use contraception. And now look, you guys are stuck in this shitty relationship because you did this. And now you're bringing a child into this shitty relationship. And the child's going to grow up and have shitty relationships of its own. Sorry, everyone. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we all know it's true.
Well, you know, that can happen.
No, it's true. I'm
That
sorry.
can happen either way.
I'm telling you, the trajectory for this child is not going to be good.
Well, listen, here's the only trajectory for this child that I can guarantee. It's going to have a stupid name.
Yes, that is for sure. And it'll have 3 of them too. So,
So he's like, oh my God, I'm trying to make it work. I'm just like, I just want someone who's in it with me, you know? And that's all I've ever asked. I mean, just trust me, trust fall, you know, especially given the situation. I mean, you're about to have a baby, my baby.
so Taylor's like, Dakota wants to get married and he wants to take that next step. And like, he's so desperately wants to be in that happy family and marriage. But I think it's frustrating for him because he has this pressure on from our religion, blah, blah, blah. So she's just talking about how she wants to trust him, but she has no idea where it's going. Can she ever trust Dakota? The answer, of course, is no.
Yeah, nope, you can't.
So this here is truly the end of the episode now. So thanks everyone for listening. And we're gonna have a fresh new recap of the next episode up, I guess next week. I guess I don't know. I don't know. I honestly can't even keep track anymore. But we are seeing this all the way through to the very end of the series. So thanks for listening, and we will catch you on the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.